early 2021, just to introduce them to LearnOnOne, what it's about. We are doing these lessons that are produced by Namibian teachers in the Namibian curriculum.
For today, and if you are interested or if you are in need of extra lessons to boost your knowledge on subjects that you might be struggling with, you look no further than One Africa TV's LearnOnOne. It's just what you're looking for. LearnOnOne is a free platform for quality educational material for learners and is celebrating a milestone of Namibian College of Open Learning lessons aired on One Africa TV since it partnered with the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture. Did I mention free? Because we're Namibian and we know we like that already. Joining us in studio on MYD Smart is LearnOnOne Public Relations Officer Rukee Kaakunga to tell us more on it. Rukee, welcome home, let's say.
Thank you, Skrypt. It's always so weird to be on this side.
No?
But yeah, thank you. I'm honored.
So we have regular conversations every day. Now it's like, hey.
All the time, but never on air. Never on air safe conversations also.
Let's bring the people that...
But we are keeping it PG today. For the kids.
For the kids.
Yes.
Because it is about learning and education.
Exactly. I'm wholesome Rukee today.
Let's get into One Africa TV. Just give us a short background on LearnOnOne and how the idea came about.
Well, okay, I wasn't there when the first seeds were planted. But basically, LearnOnOne started out as a conversation a few years ago. Just towards 2018, 2017, around that time, a conversation to take OA TV, One Africa TV, and make it a brand that's not solely focused on airing content, but also a brand that plows back into our communities by giving them something that makes their lives better. So education is one of the areas that was spotlighted as something that the channel could head into. And as the COVID lockdowns happened in 2020, it ended up being the perfect opportunity to launch this educational initiative that was in the pipeline for so long. So LearnOnOne was born in that year officially. So it's been going on for about 3 years now, and it's just been getting bigger and bigger.
And, since education is at the center of it, brief us on the involvement of the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture and how important that collaboration is to LearnOnOne.
So as a broadcaster, our main mandate is obviously broadcasting. So going into education, it's another area that we are not, it's not our primary, product. So doing education on our platform, we obviously had to get the backing of the Ministry of Education. We had to work together. We saw them immediately as our biggest stakeholder that we needed to bring on the table in order for us to make sure that the lessons that we are going to broadcast on our platform are in line with the curriculum, first of all. And second of all, the ministry approves of this content that we are giving out. So what started out as a conversation with the Ministry of Education in early 2021, just to introduce them to LearnOnOne, what it's about. We are doing these lessons that are produced by Namibian teachers in the Namibian curriculum. Do you endorse this platform? Do you think this is an okay thing that we are doing? Are you fully behind it? That conversation grew into a partnership. So by the end of 2021, the Ministry of Education said, you know what, we love this platform so much. We think you are doing such an amazing work in the area of supplementary education. So we are going to come on board and give you even more lessons to add to your offering. So we signed a partnership with them November 2021, an MOU that stipulates that they are going to fund for the broadcasting of NAMCOL produced lessons over the next 4 years. So all the lessons that we have currently on our programming that are produced by NAMCOL are made possible by the Ministry of Education.
And, on which platforms can these learners that are sitting there at home excited, LearnOnOne is coming to us, on which platforms can the learners access these lessons?
So LearnOnOne is primarily available on television, which is still one of the widest, accessed mediums in Namibia, media mediums. So it's available on television, on One Africa TV, which is available on GoTV Channel 90 and DSTV Channel 284. Alternatively, for those who do have access to internet, we stream our afternoon lesson repeats. We stream them on our website, LearnOnOne.org. Yes.
And what is the range now in terms of learners that you are focusing on and the subjects? What grades are covered? What subjects are covered on LearnOnOne?
So we are covering quite an extensive, actually almost all the learners at this point. We started out very small with, I think we only started with grade 10 and 11. And we grew to the point where today we are proud to say we have pre-primary lessons, we have primary school lessons from grade 1 to grade 7, we have high school lessons from grade 8 to grade 11, and in the pipeline we are working on bringing on AS level material as well. And when it comes to subjects, we literally have all the main subjects that you can think of. English, science, and mathematics are the core subjects that we started with, obviously, because those are the subjects that we saw there was a main need for with our learners. But at this point, we have anything from history, agricultural sciences, we have indigenous languages like Kwekwe, we have Oshikwanyama, Oshirero, we have, for the high school learners, we have technical subjects like fashion and pattern making, we have so many different subjects on offer at this point.
And just personally, you mentioned and you used the analogy of like the seed being planted and you stepping in later than the planting of the seed. We've seen One Africa being watered and it's growing by the day. What is your dream? If you were to fast forward into 10 years into the future to see what Learn-on-One is, what is the expansion plan for Learn-on-One, and what is your personal dream for Learn-on-One 10 years down the line?
My personal dream for a very small team, I obviously want to see my team grow.
Yeah.
I want to see my team grow because I know that will enable us to go even further than where we are right now. I want to see us have more lessons, more content, all the lessons from grade 0 up until AS level, up until university level, because Learn-on-One is not just for school learners, it's for every learner, adult learners as well. So we do have a vision of eventually having even skills, like cooking, carpentry, anything that you can think of, music, how to put together a beat. We want to have content producers give us such content, or even us ourselves in our production house produce such content that is going to just enrich the lives of Namibians. So that's what I see for Learn-on-One. I also feel like in 10 years, we should have expanded even beyond the country. I want to see a Learn-on-One South Africa, Learn-on-One Zambia, Learn-on-One Angola. I think that will be quite a great revolution and evolution to see.
And if you any words for the learners and parents alike listening right now, any maybe words of encouragement or pieces of advice pertaining to education, just how important it is, what's something that you think we should keep at our forefront, or like in not even in the back of our minds, just on let me rephrase it. What type of relationship should we have, and attitude should we have to education in 2020 in Namibia?
In 2021, I think we should look at education as something that, yes, there are challenges in Namibia still, great challenges that are definitely holding certain learners back. But with that said, there are still a lot of opportunities. So we need to look at it from a point of knowing that there are places and platforms like Learn-on-One that are striving to bridge that gap between the ones who have access and the ones who don't have access. And I want parents to take up the initiative to make education the central point, in their households, not just to concentrate on everything else except education. Every single day homework should be a priority. That's something that I personally have taken upon in my own home. Homework should be a priority. Try to seek out any platform that can help you to give your child a better education, even if you can't afford necessarily the best for the child. And I think our learners, I really want to urge our learners to tune in to Learn-on-One. I've met wonderful I've met learners with wonderful testimonials telling us about how the platform has helped them pass, pass their grades. And I think it's just something that I want to see for many more learners. I want to see teachers eventually tell us that they are seeing a change, they are seeing a shift in how learners are performing with the additional material that they're getting.
And I think you said it perfectly. Just building that bridge for those that between those that have and those that don't, and making a connected, educated Namibia. Sydney J. Harris once said the whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows, and I think you are definitely part of a project that is doing that for Namibia and the future. 10 years down the line, hopefully we can see that continentally as well. Rukee, thank you so much for joining us and giving us all the insight we need on LearnOnOne.
Thank you for having me.
And you can catch LearnOnOne once again. It's available on DSTV channel 284, GoTV channel 90 from 7 a.m. to 12:30, with afternoon repeats from 1:30 to 5:30 p.m. Afternoon live streams, as Rukee said, are also available on LearnOnOne.org. Do the right thing. Education is key. One of Rukee's favorite